Hello there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. Well, I hope you had a happy Halloween. It is early, the wee hours of the morning of November the 1st as of the time that I'm recording this video. And we just turned the calendar from October to November the 1st. It is now the beginning of what I like to think of as the most wonderful time of the year. It's that 62-day period from November the 1st through January the 1st. That is the most wonderful time of the year, the holiday season. But I thought I'd come on here for just a few minutes to share with you the horror titles that I watched during spooky season. So I watched a lot of titles on, Blu-ray, 4K Ultra HD, and on streaming, of course, and in the theaters as well. So wanted to share with you, what did I watch during spooky season? So without any further ado, we're just gonna be super casual in this video. I got a nice list that I'm gonna work through, and I'm just gonna share with you what I watched. So the first thing I wanna share with you is Smile. Okay, I caught Smile in theaters. This is the psychological, supernatural horror film starring Sosie Bacon, the daughter of Kevin Bacon. And I saw that in theaters on, I think, the 29th of September or the 30th of September. I think it was Thursday the 29th. And wow, what a nice movie. I really enjoyed that film, and I can definitely recommend it. I'm not sure if it's still in theaters or not, but if it is, it's definitely worth, swinging in there for a matinee and checking out Smile. But I really enjoyed that horror title, and it was a great way to kick off spooky season for me. Now, the second title that I'll share is a title that I watched. I have this on 4K Ultra HD, but I actually took advantage of my digital code and I watched it on my iPad because, at the time it just didn't make sense for me to watch it in my main media area. So I just watched it on streaming. So I have not seen this 4K yet of Friday the 13th. I need to pop it in the player and actually watch what it looks like on 4K. But I watched Friday the 13th. It had been a long time since I've seen this movie, and I really, really enjoyed the story of Jason Voorhees and the story of these people in this camp being terrorized by this killer. So really enjoyed Friday the 13th. I did a live stream where I did a review of the Criterion collection of Night of the Living Dead on Blu-ray. I do not have this on 4K Ultra HD yet, but who knows? I might pick this up during the November sale at Barnes & Noble. We shall see. But Night of the Living Dead is another title I caught during spooky season. Another title that I saw in Best Buy during the month of October that I had not heard of until I saw it on the shelf, and it caught my eye and I was very interested. It says Evil Wants to Be Seen, starring Micah Monroe. Watcher. Now, this is a really fascinating film. The director is named Chloe Okuno, and this is a director I would definitely keep my eye out for. This is a young, up-and-coming director. This is a fantastic, fantastic film that I really enjoyed, and I can definitely recommend this movie. It's a really nice film. The interesting thing about this is that there's a very nice commentary on this disc that really does a nice job of explaining how they put together this film. There's a lot of visual effects that went into this movie that you wouldn't think of, off the top of your head just watching this film. But there's a lot of VFX work that went into making this movie. So I really enjoyed listening to that commentary with director Okuno and her editor. So nice job on that. Great film, Watcher. The next film here is a crazy film from Nobuhiko Obayashi, and it is House from 1977, right? Yeah, 1977, House. Crazy, wacky horror film, okay, that I highly recommend. It's in the Criterion Collection, and with the upcoming Criterion Collection sale at Barnes & Noble or Amazon, this might be a good time to consider picking up House. A film that I had not seen in a long time and was so happy to revisit on this 4K Ultra HD. I did a live stream review of Fright Night on 4K. This movie looks absolutely phenomenal. It is one of several titles from the 80s horror titles that have been revived on 4K. And man, bring on more of these 4K restorations of these 80s gems like Fright Night. So good. Looks amazing. This is a fun movie. Highly recommend Fright Night. David Cronenberg's Videodrome. As of the time that I'm recording this video, my copy of the Arrow Video Limited Edition has arrived in the Atlanta Network Distribution Center. I got that update from the U.S. Postal Service, so I should be getting it maybe today or tomorrow, but I watched the Criterion Collection edition of Videodrome, this wonderful like VHS-esque tape-themed edition. So I have that from Criterion, so cool. And of course, long live the new flesh. But this is a great film. Really enjoy this film from David Cronenberg starring James Woods. Really nice film. Hadn't seen this film in a long time either, but another 80s revived film on 4K from my very first, and it's my very first title that I've gotten from Vinegar Syndrome, the Amityville Horror on 4K starring James Brolin and Margot Kidder. It is, and Rod Steiger, great horror film, classic all-time horror film. I said 80s film, it's 1979, but you know, might as well put it in that same group. It's just one of those classic horror titles that's been recently restored in 4K, and this Vinegar Syndrome release is fantastic. The Amityville Horror. A film that came out on the Criterion Collection during the month of October that a lot of people were very excited about. I had not heard of it until a few months ago, and I am really excited to have it in my hands and have finally watched this film from Kiyoshi Kurosawa. No relation to Akira Kurosawa, but it's Cure, the 1997 film Cure. Fantastic horror film. Highly recommend this one. This is a film that you'll want to consider picking up during the November Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. Cure. So that's a great film. Let me get a swig of this coffee real quick. David Lynch. Mr. Lynch. He has a lot of films in the Criterion Collection. This is the latest title they entered the collection in 4K Ultra HD, Lost Highway. Saw it for the first time a few weeks ago and did a review on this channel. This is a phenomenal edition. I highly recommend it. There's some nice special features on here. I was really surprised with that, with the amount of special features on here that really gives you some more context behind this film. So I really did appreciate that. Lynch is not known for doing, audio commentaries or anything like that, but the materials that are on here do shed a lot of light into this production, what went into this story, and really the thinking behind this fantastic tale starring Bill Pullman and Patricia Arquette, Lost Highway. Cary Grant's one of my favorite actors of all time. And so when Arsenic and Old Lace was announced, the Frank Capra film, I had not seen it before, but I knew I had to see this. It's Cary Grant in a, Halloween themed comedy tale. So I had to pick it up. I watched it. It looks absolutely phenomenal on this Blu-ray. And I definitely recommend this for the sale. Now, the only thing to keep in mind with this edition is that while the picture looks great, it's a really nice, fun film to watch. Stars Cary Grant. So recommended on those fronts, but it's pretty light on the supplements. So, but overall, a really nice little addition, but good time to pick up during the sale because the supplements are pretty light. So that's Arsenic and Old Lace. Now, this is a film, of course, I have not seen Halloween Ends yet, but I did watch Halloween Kills. I did pick up Halloween Kills on 4K Ultra HD and watch that. Have not seen Halloween Ends yet. And everything that I'm hearing about it doesn't lead me to feel like I should be in a hurry to see it. But let me know in the comments below if you've seen Halloween Ends and if you think I should go check it out while it's still in the theaters. Let me know that in the comments section. Okay, a couple of more 80s titles revived on 4K. The Poltergeist, or Poltergeist, excuse me. Fantastic. I really enjoyed this film. Okay, I saw this for the first time. 4K Ultra HD. It looks phenomenal. It does have a scene, there's a sticker on here that says, this film contains sequences of flashing lights that may affect viewers who are susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitivities. So there's a scene in this movie where the little girl is going to the television and it's flashing. So be on the lookout for that. That could be sensitive for some people, but great film. Another great film is The Lost Boys. I saw this for the first time. 4K Ultra HD. This looks phenomenal. So The Poltergeist and The Lost Boys, two great looking 4K Ultra HD discs of 80s horror titles. So more classic horror film revivals, please, in 4K. The Conjuring, fantastic film starring Vera Farmiga. Just great film. Really enjoyed this movie. Of course, Patrick Wilson, I forgot his last name. Patrick Wilson also stars in this film. It Follows, starring Micah Monroe, who also stars in Watcher. This is It Follows, so really nice film. Don't Breathe is another horror title that I watched during spooky season. Really nice film that I very much enjoyed. Of course, you see on the back here, they're about to go into this house to rob this house. And there's a man that lives there. And of course, you know, he's blind, so he can't do anything to them, right? And then a title that I really enjoyed. It's like a throwback type horror title. The follow-up to this is a prequel called Pearl that I have not seen yet, but I did see X and I really enjoyed this film. It is a really nice, like throwback slasher type of a film starring Mia Goth and directed by Ty West, written and directed by Ty West. Now I need to go see Pearl, and I need to see when it comes out the third film that they are setting up for this series. But this is a really nice film I really enjoyed called X. All right, so I caught a couple of titles on streaming as well as these titles that I watched on physical. And those titles include Train to Busan. So I caught that on Amazon Prime. Of course, during the Getting You Ready for 31 Days stream that I did leading into October with Mel, Mika, and Kira, I got a lot of recommendations from the audience to watch Train to Busan. So I had not seen that before. So I did catch it on an Amazon Prime stream, and I really enjoyed that movie. I really understand what all the hype is around that zombie tale. It is a great film. So Train to Busan. And I also did a watch along on Eddie and Haley's channel, Fans of Something, recently, I guess a couple days ago, last week, for Little Shop of Horror. So I watched that. I caught that on my Comcast or Xfinity on demand on my iPad. So I was watching that along with them. They had a nice stream going with some great guests, really nice panel, enjoying Little Shop of Horror. So I had not seen that film before. I saw it for the first time. So I really enjoyed that as well. So watched a lot of titles on physical, caught a title in the theaters, and caught a couple of titles on stream on my iPad. So it's been a great month. It's been a great month of horror movies. And let me know in the comment section below, what titles did you watch during this horror season? Here's a nice stack of titles that I watched during this season, in addition to the titles I caught on streaming and in the theaters. Let me know in the comment section what titles you watched, and let me know what films you are looking forward to seeing this month, in the month of November, whether it's catching up on some horror titles you didn't watch during the month of October or some holiday titles you already have your eye on. Let me know all that goodness in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time in the movies. Peace.